Oh, I'm gonna go get that cup just to save it. I'm not gonna have anything put in it. I like somebody.
Can I get a latte? But
That is
no
like just
milk in
perfect.
it?
But I want it to shit like that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You went live again, didn't you? Fucking ass.
Hey, you realize that your desktop is
Well,
showing,
it's winter,
right?
you know.
Okay, I just want to make
He's
sure.
a
I just want to
grower,
make sure
not a
that you,
shower.
so you
I'm
don't pull
actually
anything
both,
up.
but well, that's a discussion for another day.
No boy.
Ryzen? Can you spell that?
R-I...
Ryzen. Oh, it's one of those weeboo words.
That's actually like
No, I think
Kinda-
it's R-I-Z-E-N, bro.
it's R. I think it's RY. I think it's RY.
That's it. Let's just
AMD's
find out.
new Ryzen
Google we
CPU.
go.
RYZEN, yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of like scary. Like whenever you start saying, I'm gonna send Ryzen to you, like Ryzen.
Jesse, we have to cook.
Huh.
Apparently, Ryzen is a musical artist the way I spelt it, so, yeah.
That would also
Best
be like
part
Risen.
of waking,
RISEN is Risen.
rising in your cup. Can it fit in an envelope? Is it bigger than a bread box?
Phenom. Bulldozer, pile driver.
Oh, rip.
They can't hear you.
Can't believe I'm part of this shit show.
Oh my god, that's fucking great.
You have to turn your microphone on. I made the same mistake when I recorded
Okay.
that green screen thing.
Let's try this again. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Oh,
It would've been great if you just
that's
went to go
fucking
record and shit.
embarrassing. This is.
We were
this-
trying the silent movie thing out.
Yeah,
Silent podcast.
I was going for the whole like, I'll talk with my hands. Hopefully, you guys can see this eventually.
We were trying something new.
Jesus Christ.
We were catering to our.
Can we
guest
just like
audience,
fucking
so-
pretend like none of this happened and just keep going? This is some shit, isn't it? Oh my god.
Just
So
cut the
fucking
stream short
embarrassing.
here and just go live stream on Beam. We just cut it short today.
No, we gotta do this. So, blah 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 blah. There you go. Rewound. All right. So AMD's new CPU is supposed to be a better TDP than the i7. I think that's kind of cool. Less power consumption, more computational power. This is kind of like the promises they made back in the day with Bulldozer, Pile Driver, Puma. Like, we heard all these things
Phenom.
before, Phenom, and they were like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be this. And then we finally got it, and we're like, what the actual fuck? what is this? This is not what. No. So I hope they actually deliver on this. But 16 threads, and I hope that's 8 cores for CPU,
Physical and
not
hyper thread.
16. Not where it's like 4 is GPU and 4 is CPU like last time. Remember that one? Yeah.
Mhm.
That was kind of an embarrassment.
The
So
8350 didn't have GPU. It was just straight up 8 cores.
yeah.
So I mean, I would still rather, yeah, I guess that's better off that way.
Right. And then we have Vega coming around the corner. So it looks like AMD is going to be trying to drop as much as they can at the end of the year, which I think is going to be pretty cool. AMD though, you guys, what do you guys think? I mean, Rags, I know you're an Intel guy / Nvidia guy, but what do you think if this was able to actually be delivered and it is exactly what they say it is?
I want it to be as good as possible so that if anything else, Nvidia keeps their shit together.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep.
Oh, I mean, I want any company that I'm not currently using to fail miserably and die.
Yep.
This is Rags, right? Not Crap Gamer we got in here?
Also, Bram, since the beginning
I
of
don't
the
wanna be
stream
a
was cut off,
neutral.
would you like to reintroduce everybody?
I don't really introduce everybody because everybody knows who everybody is. But if you want to introduce yourself, go for it, sir.
My name is wrong username, serial shit poster. Thank you.
Version
all I
2.
need.
Version
Yeah.
2.
That part.
Pokemon Guru.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Pokemon Guru,
Master.
RuneScape God. I'll
Gay-
trim your gold armor. Just make sure you PM me. Thank you.
Gay shit poster of the year.
Hell yeah, dude, it's not gay. Fucking dick in my mouth. That's not gay shit.
No
That's
nutsacks
true.
touched, so we're
Yeah.
good.
Hey,
Exactly.
I
This
heard
man
that was
knows.
I heard that was a thing. I heard that was indeed a thing.
And
So
apparently you can orgasm from getting your
let,
nipples.
let's talk about the RuneScape shenanigans, you guys. Let's get this scoop before Keemstar starts saying this shit on his drama alert later. Go for it, wrong user. This was your topic. You know more about this than we do. So
All right,
go
so
ahead.
there's this chick who was named Poison Ivy. She went around the whole community fucking with dudes.
Poison Ivy.
She was fucking with dudes and everything. You've probably heard about it on Drama Alert before. She made people fall in love with her, tried to get money out of them, all that type of shit, humiliated them all the time. She recently got engaged within the past 10 hours, 13 hours. She got engaged to a person called Trance Music, who was number 9 overall in the world. Now, what's good
In
about this?
RuneScaping?
Yes.
How do they measure who's the best at RuneScapery?
Overall levels and everything, and how much GP you have, which is gold pieces or whatever. How much your total worth, basically,
okay.
is money in that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's money's okay.
Monies
fair.
and experience points, which is
Ooh,
what you get from grinding and all that type of shit.
wow.
Anyways, with this, they did something called real world trading, which is against the terms of service and everything. Like they sold GP, which is your currency, for real world money. Now, they've accumulated over 12 billion gold pieces, and they sold everything. They got their accounts banned today. Now, Trance Music, number 9 in the world, bought a $24,000 engagement ring for Poison Ivy today. Asked her to marry him, all that type of shit today. They're both no longer making money off of RuneScape or anything like that. Just total fucking... It's totally weird. She's been exposed for all this shit before, and he still went through with it, decided to get married to her, and now things are going to get really, really shitty from here on out. It's got pointed out in this RuneScape community and everything on Reddit. It's going to be blown out of fucking proportions, since we're not getting an overall statement from the moderator staff at JagX or anything like that. So it's setting
Well,
standard.
I don't think doing that makes you a bad person or anything.
I mean,
Selling your account and stuff. I mean, it's against
Well,
the
no, no, no.
rules, yeah, but it's,
Yeah.
I don't think it makes you.
Yeah.
of course,
like,
people
immoral.
buying this shit are stupid anyways, but it's still against the terms of service. They got banned today for it, but the point is they made over $24,000 from just selling that in-game item shit,
Yeah.
Like, someone was running the calculations in the RuneScape subreddit.
Interesting.
It's like they were selling this shit for a lot.
Yeah, 25K, and he bought a ring
Yeah.
with it and said, "Will you
That's
marry
insane.
me?"
Now, I don't
That
think I
woman's
would.
worth that.
I don't
Yeah.
think that I would whenever I was talking about it earlier with you, Brim, I don't think that I would. Whenever I was saying that, I didn't realize it was Poison Ivy that you were referring to.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know how any guy could even trust, even asking her,
A
even
woman. I know, right?
like, well, especially that one.
She may be worse than the Batman villain Poison Ivy. I'm not quite
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
yet.
I'm thinking it might very well could be.
It's
'cause
funny.
At least you get to kiss the Batman Poison Ivy.
This is true.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman would be pretty banging in the sack, I'd assume.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in her Poison Ivy outfit. Oh yeah.
That girl's fucking crazy, man.
But
Poison
that's
Ivy?
crazy. That's crazy to me. Okay, so I've never seen this woman's work before as far as being in the troll community. I've only heard about her through third parties. Like, I don't know who this person is. I never watched her grief anybody. But from what
Oh,
I
wow.
understand, she is quite the fucking troll. And this is probably going to be one of the best trolls, if anything, that's ever been done.
Gaslights everybody.
She
She makes
gaslights
everything-
everybody,
yes.
really?
Yes. Yeah. She makes guys fall in love with her because these are, lonely fucking assholes.
They play
Play
RuneScape.
RuneScape all day. Yeah. So they get into their feelings. They fall in love with her. They say, "Oh, I want to go hang out with one of my friends." They get in their heads like, "Oh, is she cheating on me?" It's like, "I'd never do that. Why are you accusing me of that?" Then they go on stream and say, "I'm sorry," writing her name on their head. It's like, I love you, please don't leave me." Shit like that.
Oh yeah, it gets really bad. Like you're like to where you almost think some of them are. I mean, there's some videos out there that have documented this.
Yeah.
To the point to where these people were feared to have like killed themselves and everything else over her. I mean, like, she's
What's so special about her? I mean, is
Nothing.
Her vagina made of
She
gold?
better
I
have
mean,
some
nothing.
crazy ass tits.
she's-
man.
What's so
she's a girl
special
who
about
can-
him is she's a I guess
A tactical
decent-
bottom like I am.
decent-
Fantastic.
decent looking, I guess, female.
Yeah.
She's not hot by any means, but she's
Definitely
preying
better.
she's preying on people that are like subverted, living with their mom, like in their basement, very lonely. Like you're never going to meet somebody. Like I can't believe a girl even said hi to me type guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She preys on them. So anything that she does, any kind of attention she shows them, they're automatic. I mean, it's almost like like the whole adage, like if you sleep with a woman, she's gonna fall in love with you because they attach sex to emotions. These people
Yeah.
attach just saying hi to
Love.
emotions. Like it's like you're automatically in love by talking. I mean, she definitely goes after the quote unquote stereotypical gamer, like what is looked at or used to be looked at as the gamer.
Yeah.
That's who she goes after, and it's sad to see what she does to these people. But I mean, I don't know that they're old enough they should know better. But like, damn, like these people like must have never got outside.
Oh my
ever.
god, he bought her more shit than that. Now that I'm looking at her feed, bought her a rose gold iPhone 7, all the accessories you need with it, headphones, all that fucking shit. Oh my god, he is the definition of pussy whipped.
Oh, he'll do anything for her because like he's got the ultimate prize. Like for right now.
How is
Yeah.
that the ultimate prize? Like, are
When you
For
those
wake
him,
up,
for
gold
him.
plated?
Oh,
For him, like he probably has never even like seen a girl in person other than his mom, and I'm not even sure that he probably even sees his mom too much.
he was somehow
Um,
born without touching his mom's vagina.
Yeah, like
His
he,
mom
like
was late for the birth.
this.
Yeah.
These
Oh,
people,
it's this guy. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, these people that she prays on, like if you've seen the videos, you'll see the people like these people are like so desperate. Like it's kind of sad.
Oh yeah, man. There's there's just desperate people out there because they won't just go and meet a girl in real life.
No, I mean,
Okay.
and I mean, even
And
find a hooker. I mean,
Is she
like at that
next
point,
to him though? Like, are they physically together, or is this over the internet?
being married right now, I doubt that they're even together at all. I-
They've
it's probably
met-
over the
they've
internet.
No, they're
multiple times.
No, he's coming. No, I got this on stream, you guys. He's coming in with his shirt off, and she's holding the camera. They're in the room together. Look at this.
Yeah,
Like-
I guess
At
they
least
have.
they're face to face. Fuck.
Well, I guess they have met finally,
Room
but-
service.
but probably to the point of finding or him actually doing that. They probably had never seen each other in person other than on camera.
So,
I mean,
and she gaslights these guys all the time.
Yeah.
oh man, keep scrolling. Unless she's deleted them, you'll see them on her. Like there you go. And there's videos of this, like of this guy here, like he's gone
And
after her a couple of
by
times.
gaslighting, you mean she gets everything she can from him, and then she's done.
Yep.
Okay.
That's another one.
Yo, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
I mean,
Look at
It's
this.
bad.
She says drugs and have lots of sex and then suicide together. Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's actually had some guy like on camera shave his eyebrows, shave like every bit of hair on his face.
This is okay.
And
Here's a
then go, no, I don't like it,
Quality
and then quit talking.
entertainment. I don't know
Like
what
quit
you
talking
guys
to
are
him.
talking about.
Bram, there's a compilation of everything. I don't really like citing the sun, but that just compiled everything that she did.
yeah, she is one weird individual.
Mhm.
Yeah, slightly.
The Sun. Oh my goodness. Teen temptress Poison Ivy, who has been accused of urging vulnerable men to perform sexually humiliating acts and encouraging suicide. Whoa.
Mhm.
She's
Oh, yeah,
not even
she's-
good looking.
No, she's not. Like
she's
I said,
not
she's
even
like,
hot,
I said she's,
dude. What
No,
the?
I said like she's decent, but like these people are like these people. Like I'm saying, she's preying on people that are so
Can
desperate
you
for
put
a
a picture of
female's
her on the not
attention.
safe for work chat?
Huh?
I think
What?
she's still 17.
Huh?
I think she's still 17.
Okay.
Nope.
Yo, this is
So?
ridiculous. Like she's like
Well,
randomly.
if she's, is she naked?
no, she's
No.
no, she's
Oh,
not.
then
naked.
post her. I want to see what she looks like.
Let me get her profile picture.
I
It's-
got a booby shot right here. So
Sure, let's do it. Yeah.
copy
Like
image.
she's like I said, she's decent. She's not like she's not ugly. She's not like pretty.
She's
like,
not
quote-unquote
ugly, but
pretty.
she's not-
She's just normal. To me, just a normal looking girl. But I mean, when you're that starved for attention, I mean, I guess makes it a lot easier to manipulate or be manipulated.
Right. Okay, it's in shit post right now, guys. This is kind of weird.
That's
Look at-
it. I mean, she's not bad looking.
She's
No.
not terrible looking, but like $25,000
naked
ring.
to
I don't know about all
yeah,
that.
Looking though.
She's
yeah.
definitely
I mean,
not
I like
worth-
I
she's
like titties like everybody else, but no, not worth.
Does she
She's
have?
definitely not worth going crazy over.
No,
Yeah.
she's really not.
This
I mean,
is-
but it's like, yeah, it's like if she was interested in me, I was like, yeah, sure. let's
maybe
do it.
she's a
I, would-
butterface.
I definitely wouldn't disqualify her from anything, but it's not like, oh shit, you know, like.
Well,
goddamn.
I wouldn't kick her out of the bed for farting. You know what I mean? Like that's
No,
just
totally.
definitely. But
Let's go
seriously
ahead.
though, that is kind of weird.
She looks like she's gonna grow up to be like an evil Russian spy.
She kind of does, yeah. Now that you said that.
James
Yellow,
Bond movie.
I have found your
definitely.
location using your Runescape account. You will turn over to me every single ruble that you have, as well as information leading to the capture of number 2.
It's kind of scary that you have that
It's
the
like,
Russian spy
I'm
accent. now so well.
13. Your excuses will not be tolerated.
This is just a weird fucking situation, though.
Yeah, she is
I-
strange.
I
I've
think
never.
This is actually one of the I think this is actually one of the guys that she did this to. The
It
one
is?
that she married or is marrying.
Yeah.
I think she's one of the guys in one of these pictures.
Bro, she's got a list here of dudes doing this shit to her, putting Hannah
Yeah.
on her head. This
Oh,
one
man.
dude's in his underwear, blue underwear. Miss Hannah. Oh my god, these kids! Like, what are these guys thinking? Like,
He carved that in there.
wait,
Oh my
what?
God.
He
Look at
carved
his
that?
chest, like the guy in the blue underwear. Go back up.
No fucking way! Oh my god!
You have to go up.
Well, I'm in the
Oh.
blue underwear right now. Yeah, you have to remember there's a delay.
Okay.
But what the fuck? Why would
Yeah.
anybody do that? Yo, this feed is cancer. That's what the fuck this is.
Yeah, there's a reason why
Like,
she was
this is
banned on Twitter.
terrible. Like,
If she was gonna marry one of them, she should at least marry the guy that cut himself. I mean, fuck.
If you won't draw blood for me, then you can fuck right off.
Exactly.
dude,
Like,
she's
this is-
got, dude,
this
this
is
is
sad,
never
man.
ending, dude. This continues. No, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. This is too much. Like, I can't believe like these.
Yo, sooner or later you might
Gamergate
find
still
me.
active? We can
There's-
turn this bitch in.
There's
Yo,
that many. There's actually that
No,
many people
because
out
if
there that are that
Gamergate does
sad.
it, it's because we're all misogynists and we hate women. And we're white supremacists. It's
But
not
according-
because they've actually done some
according
shit.
to Anita and Zoe, she's a sex worker. Remember? If you say anything against her, you're shaming. Oh my god, dude, this is ridiculous. So yeah, so that's the story, guys. $25,000 ring went to her, and yeah. So
What did he make off his accounts?
Minimum 25,000.
So he's basically traded his accounts for an engagement ring for this person.
Yep.
Lack of better words.
isn't that fucking amazing?
Mm.
Gotta
This may
love
sound
the
This may
retards.
sound really, really weird, but I have this. I mean, there's something that's kind of attractive about a woman who's that like almost like conniving and sinister. Like she's such a affirmative, go-getter, aggressive type that like that's kind of like hot to me in a weird way.
Yeah.
No, hey, I mean, just if you can write your name on your forehead, then
If she role played as a cop in the bedroom, I don't know.
Oh my
about
God.
that. I don't-
You're like, hey, I've
No,
been a
'cause,
bad
mean,
boy.
if
I
she-
robbed
if
a
she's
few
gonna role
banks.
play as a, she's gonna role play as a cop. You need to make sure you put the guns up.
Oh yeah.
She might shoot you.
Police brutality, whole new meaning.
Yeah.
Speaking of women in Twitter, Zoe Berger.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. She's
What's
kind of my
up?
favorite Twitter whore, though. I love it. I love her. I think she's
I've actually just
absolutely
unfollowed
amazing.
her. She's
I-
annoying to me.
I love her. I think she's absolutely fantastic. I think a lot of people are pissed off with her because of her situation. Me, I know what she's doing, and I
I know, I
appreciate
mean,
that.
Own
I'm
up
not
to it.
pissed off. I'm not pissed off at her because she's doing that. Because I mean, I get. I mean, if you got it, you got it. I mean, I don't care about her fame because of it or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like she's like people are like oohing and awing over her, like she's like some sort of like this beautiful person. I'm like going, she's just an average looking female.
Right, right. But she knows what she wants, and I think that's what I love about her the most. Is like she can literally do no wrong in YouTube standards, and I love that because everybody's
she
caught
actually-
on, and they're just now opening their eyes to like, wow, YouTube is kind of fucked, huh?
She
Who
did.
would've
She
thunk
did
it?
get a.
She got her second
She
strike.
got her first strike. Yeah, she got her first
Second.
strike. Second.
Today was her second strike.
Did she actually upload her nude photos or whatever?
I think it was some other clickbait. I think it was like
Oh.
deep throating bananas.
Deep throating bananas, huh?
She's not
Yeah.
gonna make it to her nude reveal. Her nude reveal is gonna have
Definitely
to be
not.
on.
That's why
she's-
she mentioned Pornhub on Twitter.
Yeah,
today.
I think that she's getting the strikes on purpose, so that
She's
way
gonna
she can
go
direct
fight.
people over to Pornhub. People will then
Mhm.
follow her to Pornhub, pay for it. She will become very rich, and
Yep.
she's setting people up this whole time. Like people are being played like a fiddle.
Yep. And that's why she's
Look.
fantastic to me.
The thing is, the first time you get laid, your willingness to do this shit for chicks on the internet dies.
Oh, dude. Yes, it does.
Oh man, like
literally,
your
it's
outlook
done.
on women and dating and going out and getting the first time, once you lose your virginity, it all changes.
Oh my god.
Your outlook on the whole idea completely changes.
It really does because like to me like I don't know like that kind of shit doesn't interest me at all. I'm just like
Yo, Rusty,
uh,
Rusty said it right. You just fuck crazy pussy. You don't get into a relationship with it, and I agree with that. There's a reason why.
I don't even know if you look. For coming from a person that has been like the ultimate man whore, the crazy. No, that's not even
What are we
okay.
talking about?
That's fucking scary as hell, man. They show
Oh,
up at your fucking house. They show up at your job. You have to change your number 20 times. Like, no, fuck that, man. They're fucking crazy.
If they love you, then they'll respect your space and everything, and they got to let it cool off. You know, if they keep bugging you like this, if they don't look at it from your perspective, that's how you kind of know you might have a weirdo.
but what if they to them, like love is like smothering, right? Like
Like
a lot of
shit. What it is to them, it's all about you. Like if it ain't working for you, then it's not going to work for anybody.
Yep.
True.
It's got to work for you. It's like they could be the most sincere person in the universe, but if it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't matter.
You can't force that shit.
No, like that. No, man.
Unless they like force,
No.
then that's a different situation.
oh,
It's kind of like what me and Brum were talking about the other day about Japanese women.
yep.
They'll do anything if you put on a robot suit. That's right.
Can we
Damn
talk a
straight.
minute about game development.
Oh, I was 22 now and I got killed. Oh.
Game development. What are we talking about? As far as what goes?
With game development, I'm noticing a conversation here on Twitter between Tim Dog and this guy named Jabril Williams. Um,
Two nobodies, gotcha.
yeah, well, they were discussing UWP and like developing on PC first versus consoles. I don't understand like their thing because all the games are developed on PC. Um, However, he says like people are Jabril says like people will always use the devs will always use Vulkan API over DX12. Um,
It's
like
news
they
to
like
me.
the it's is DX12 more. To me, I thought Vulkan was more popular than the DX.
Vulcan was more popular than DX, is what you're saying?
That's what I thought.
I thought that too. I thought that was actually becoming a major thing in the console community. In fact,
Well,
I thought Vulcan was going to be implemented sometime this year. In fact, that was long past due, wasn't it? Like they were supposed to do that this year.
Because Tim says, well, devs aren't adopting Vulkan over DX12. I was like, yeah, they are. Because like your games run 10 times better on Vulkan.
Yeah, if you have
Yeah.
Doom on PC, you can find out yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like they're not adopting DX12 over Vulkan at all. I mean, there's not a he's basically saying that the devs are going to start using UWP or DX12 first
Yeah.
And
as
if
a
no one
primary.
buys their games, they're not.
And
no.
but he knows for sure that like what's it called? He said the reason why the only reason people are using Vulkan right now is because PS4 is in the lead,
got
and
you
I'm
for
like,
now.
that's not the case because I mean PS4 does use Vulkan, but that doesn't mean anything about like that's not the reason why they're using it. They're using it because the games run better. It's a better, I think probably smoother
Yeah.
maybe in development process.
Yeah.
And then they're porting it over to DX12, and that's the reason why you see some problems with the Xbox One version that you don't see sometimes on the PS4 version.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to change in the least bit. Like first of all, Vulkan's open, is it not?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, like if they went to DX12, that means they would like have to pay some sort of licensing fee to Microsoft, wouldn't they?
Like
For Microsoft. It's made that way for a reason. And for them to adopt that over like an open platform to where anybody can use, anybody can develop, or anybody can, that doesn't seem to be a process that a developer would want to go through, unless you're an in-house developer for Microsoft, obviously.
Yeah.
But it seems like for the most part, everybody would continue to develop on Vulkan.
I wish they would just fucking deal with Vulcan, dude. Like Vulcan
And do away with DX altogether. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
nice.
That would be great. I mean, they've got a good thing here. They really do. And early stages of Vulcan, it was kind of like but when you see it in action now, it's actually pretty damn good. It's not bad. It's probably like the most metal you're gonna get out of PC. It's definitely gonna be the most you're gonna get out of from metal to metal, as far as APIs go. So like seeing them not use it as much is kind of depressing. It's kind of like I don't know, watching consoles make meaningless fucking hardware peripherals that nobody ever uses after the first year. I toy anybody?
Yeah.
Kinect.
Kinect.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now,
What's
people still use
weird
that.
about the
They sit back
Kinect,
and
though?
They talk
Wait,
to it.
What's weird about the Kinect is that even after no one gave a shit about it with the Xbox 360, they still insisted that it needed to be part of the Xbox One.
We made it better this time, guys.
And we made it better this time. It was like, we don't want it. We showed you we didn't want it. We bought like one game for it on average. It's like, no, you really want this. Also, it's $500. Like, no. And then they told everybody that the Xbox One could never possibly not have it. It was absolutely essential to the experience. And you'll never get an Xbox One without the Kinect.
3 months later,
3 months later, well, shit, no one's buying it. We're going to have to go back on that.
On the revision of the console, you need a special adapter to use that shit.
yeah, that makes no damn sense. Like they're saying that they didn't stop support for the Kinect. Like, yeah, you did. Like, as soon as you made it to where you don't have that port, you definitely stopped support of it.
Right.
And I have yet to see games still being developed for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anything has really came out or anything true
Does
like
Skyrim
major
Remastered have a?
since that Kinect Sports Rivals.
Does Skyrim Remastered still have its voice connectivity with Skyrim?
That I don't know. I didn't even know it had voice connectivity
Yeah.
with the first one.
360 had
Could
voice
you
connectivity.
scream out your dragon shouts into Kinect and have your character actually do them?
You know what? I think I saw something about it, but it could have just been rumor.
Because if that's not a thing, then what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, Zarek, same with Samsung TVs. Anything that has listen in it can do it. Even some phones, in fact, a lot of phones, as long as you have something that takes control of your microphone and your camera, 9 times out of 10, it's up to the developer's discretion to use it as, well, whatever they want to do with it. It's kind of fucked up, but it's whatever. I have nothing to hide. What are you going to do? You going to bust me for talking about some gay shit with Erickson? Or Wraith's mom?
That's all the time, dude.
So, you guys hear the Baited podcast is done?
Canceled, yeah.
Oh,
over
really?
three. I personally, honestly think that Clown actually had a very honest point.
Yeah,
I
but a
watched the
deal's
whole
a deal.
drama go down.
Yeah, same here. The deal, but here's the thing: a deal's a deal.
I don't know anything about this drama.
I don't know if the deal was actually the deal wasn't for those because they didn't like make a deal like with the figures. I think that the way it sounded like they were going to split it more evenly, and it ended up with Keem 50%, Clown 30%, and what's his name, Tommy with 20%. And he was like, "Well, why couldn't it be 33.3% across the board?" I mean, they all do the exact same. Actually, Clown does most of the damn work.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when you're in the middle, like when you're doing negotiations like that, and these things happen, like if you have agreed to something, right? It is your job to adhere to that agreement, regardless.
Yes, but
regardless. Even if he did all the work, he knew what he was signing up for.
No, the thing is though is that Keem can't prove that an agreement was ever made, and by Keem's track record, his word is shit. Keem's actually set himself up for that, like by his track record.
Well, the only reason I brought it up is because we obviously surpassed, in my opinion, and the audience can agree or disagree, the BGST, whatever the fuck that podcast is.
Big gamers, small talk.
Yeah.
And when they say big gamers, they mean that literally.
And of course, the Weapon Fag podcast or whatever.
Hey,
so
now.
Now we can be the top one since Baited is gone.
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah, that'd be cool.
We got to get their animations though. That guy that does their animations, like that is like
Top notch.
Yeah,
That dude,
like
dude
this
busts
person-
out. Yeah, he does really good work. I think Keem and
it's like motion activated too.
as
Yeah, man, we'll have him do the animations. I'll hit up Pogo. He can make a theme song for us. Things will be great.
Yeah,
pretty good,
I mean,
good.
Why not?
Rooster Teeth podcast. Here we come.
Unforgiven says get a wheel podcast.
You guys in the audience, let us know if you think we're better than BGST and.
Oh god, if we're not better than BGST, then I'm quitting, man.
It's called We Actually Know English and We Speak with Words.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
We only talk like this and you make me. You know, you feel me? You feel me? Yeah, you feel me? Like, come on, really?
When I was doing the press start one, and then someone else wants me to do another podcast they're doing, so Wednesday I'm gonna do that. It's like I don't mind hopping on. I don't care who's in there.
That's
Obviously.
right. You like
Next
being in a group
CSAs
of full
are
of men,
Thursday,
right?
so
You like that whole groupie
tomorrow.
thing.
Rags is what you're saying.
absolutely.
We've been over this multiple times. It's
There's
not
enough.
gay, it's in a
I've got
three-way.
enough. I've got enough dick to go around.
Like about
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say.
God,
What the
yeah.
fuck, gay dude?
King did not create nor does he possess or have access to any part of this channel. He is contracted content producer. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, like he's the Clown is the one that Keem. His reasoning was that he was going to be the one sending more subs over to or views over to that channel, so he deserves more of the money. To me, that's not really a deserving reason as much as to like who actually does, more of the actual work. Because I mean, he was
It's
like
all about
very
results, whatever the results are.
well. If it wasn't for Clown being the one that does all the editing and everything like that, then it wouldn't even be.
Yeah, but Keemstar on a much larger scale than either Clown or Tommy promotes that podcast. Like, let's just say that we did this for money, which obviously we don't. But let's just say we did. Rags, if
We
he
did.
promoted it because he's got the bigger audience, Rags would get a bigger cut, in my opinion.
Well, yeah,
than
well,
we
yeah,
do with
that
Ren.
now that part that
Right.
portion is right. I don't see. I guess I don't watch a lot of Clown's like content because I mean he doesn't really put out a whole lot of content. Like it takes him a while to get a video to go out.
Zarek says better by far. I'm confused why there are only 26 people watching. Is there a special reason why you're keeping this low key? Actually, I didn't tweet this out. That was my fault.
Bram's hiding this from his mom.
I did, and I've got 500 followers this
Hey,
week on
man.
Twitter, so.
Thanks for watching, mommy. Here, I'll go ahead and I'll tweet this out now. Come
The
watch.
Mindy Project followed me on Twitter. The official The Mindy Project.
Come watch
Yeah.
a
Here's the Mindy
circle
Project.
It's a stupid show on Fox.
Yeah, it's a TV show.
with.
I don't personally watch it, but I was like, oh wow, I've actually heard of that.
I'd like to say I've made the breach of having more followers than people I'm following. Thank you.
Oh damn!
Half of them are like porn bots, but that's not the point here.
Hey, porn man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Porn
I think
sells,
they
man.
know. I think they know that I jerk off.
You don't jerk off. What are you talking about? I heard you were like, masturbating into a pumpkin. That was after it was microwaved.
Have you ever heard of a corgasm?
It's called a jack off a lantern.
Like 20 minutes ago, he was saying he squeezed his nipples, and that made him have an orgasm. What happened to that?
Dude,
The holiday
fucking
spirit, man.
Earlier was weird, man. Like talking about getting your nipples pierced and how it feels good. Like, oh, really?
Sounds like it hurts.
It probably
That's
does.
what I said.
I'm more about like hooking up like
Jumper
jump,
cables.
Like
jumper
car
cables.
batteries to it and shit.
Exactly. I love how everybody knows where I'm going with this. You just gotta get a little zest in your life, a little spice. Keep you pumping, keep you going, keep that.
Well, the thing about that is that there's positives and negatives, and you gotta see which one you like best.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So,
If you're trying to be a positive person, well, there you go.
Hey, either way, it works, right? I mean, think about it. You have a fucking Dodge 1500. Get the jumper cables out, connect it to your nipples. You're fucking golden.
Yeah, all you noobs need caffeine. We just need a jolt to the balls.
Hey, that's why I'm gonna get a barbell pierced on my penis so that way I can have the jumper cables to both sides.
Oh, speaking of piercings and genitalia, though, one of my managers apparently has a what do you call it when you have a piercing through the dick? What's that called?
Prince Albert.
Yes, he has a Prince Albert. I had to hear that during the lunch rush at work, and I had to try to keep my shit together.
You're like trying not to imagine what it's like to stand up and pee like a sprinkler.
Yeah. Dude,
how did that get the name?
I don't know, but I heard that he like took his dick piercing out at one of my friends' houses. He's like, I was pissing everywhere. Like, fuck, dude, you don't tell people
That is
shit.
restaurant talk, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's all
No,
gay.
it's not. It's not restaurant talk. That's business on a normal
Yeah.
day.
Dude, I told my boss about me fisting one. And was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! Did you in her ass?" Shit like that.
What the fuck? Oh my
I have a
god.
Make
good
sure you wash your
relationship with my manager. Oh, we're supposed to wash our hands?
Before you touch the food, right? I mean,
No, before you stick it in her ass, you don't want to get her, sick or anything.
Oh yeah.
To hell with the food.
That's why you pee in her butt.
We have
'cause it's
asses to the.
everybody was so pissed off about what Trump said about women, and here we are talking about fisting and
Yeah, it's
jolting your
We're
stupid.
not
penis.
running for president, though.
I'm not grabbing
Ah.
her by the pussy. I'm putting it all in her pussy. All her out,
You're all or nothing, sir. You're all or nothing. That's the logic that we use here, folks.
See, I am the man you must trust.
You
You can trust me with your daughter. Just let me know in 6 years. I'm playing the long con here.
Wow. Too good. Too good.
Because low-key, he will hang out with a 16-year-old. He's not...
Hell yeah, dude. Dude, that's only 4 years, right? That's legal.
What the fuck? Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. So new maps on Battlefield 1, guys.
Yeah,
How is it?
fucked in the
If you
ass.
send her into space, she ages faster, so keep that in mind.
Get the
So you get a little science there.
Hell yeah, dude.
And yeah, in your daily life. Just saying.
Zarkon says, let's be honest here, people. Grope each other. They are also pissed. Wait, people grope each other. They are just pissed Trump said it out loud. Sex without groping isn't exciting at all. Well said, sir. I have to agree.
And the thing about it is that he didn't even said he did. He said he could.
Well, if you can't fit your whole arm, not worth. Yes.
He's like, I want to be able to reach my arm up a woman's anus and grab her by the heart.
That's
And
the only way to get
resuscitate
a
her.
woman's heart. Listen to this
That's
man.
true. The only way to a man is through his stomach. Well, the only way to a woman's heart is like the anus.
Yeah.
So
Women love
rubber,
Muppets,
yeah.
so turn her into a Muppet.
I saw it on National Geographic once, guys. It was pretty interesting.
It's like how you go catfish fishing. Just shove your arm all the way into it.
Hey, as long as you don't throw your back out in the middle of this little excavation, you're fine, right?
Yeah.
It's like going spelunking, right? You want to go in there
Yeah.
fully prepared. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sounds good. Do you have a raincoat? We know it's important to have a raincoat because you don't want all that
I'm-
shit all over your face, right?
I'm allergic to latex. Or are we still talking about the same thing here?
I'm so going to get.
He has a
flagged
medical
for
reason to
auto-aiming.
not use condoms.
Hell yeah, your boy is allergic to latex. Come on, girls, come get pregnant.
or give him herpes or the two.
Oh, dude, like, come on. I love Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. It's time.
So he's into Pokemon. He is a first gen Pokemon master.
Oh, fuck it.
Pokemon's made me a furry. Full story at 11.
Did Pokemon rape my wife? More at 7.
Oh God, did Pikachu actually jump into a menage a trois? We don't know. We'll find out.
Podcast is going fucking gay out of nowhere.
I know, right?
Can Pokemon's gay? Hey,
Gay?
you can't say Pokemon's gay. I mean, you can, and you're kind of right, but
Luke Filewalker is the scan that they use from Avira, you guys. I use Avira for my antiviral, so yeah.
No, that's called aloe vera.
Oh, oh, okay. Oh, Jesus. This should be interesting. Always interesting.
Yep.
also
Yep.
public service announcement on Twitter. If you're a PlayStation fanboy and you send me picture of all the logos you scrapped together of PlayStation exclusive, please make sure those are actually PlayStation exclusives.
Oh, God, please tell me how
Enough
this
of this
happened.
bullshit is like Firewatch is a PlayStation exclusive. Fuck off.
Wait, who
Stop
said
wasting my
that?
goddamn
No.
time.
Fanboys blocked you?
Again, you're referring to the people that like the fanboys on both sides like to like put that adjective of console exclusive in front of them,
Yeah.
and think that automatically like changes the word exclusive. Like it.
Yeah. Like, see, we got Firewatch. I was like, okay.
That's
That's
jacked
great.
up.
I wish I could play it on my PC.
All right, so Zy.
YouTube gamer said, "We're like, well, there's no PC version of The Last of Us." I'm like, okay, yes, there is.
Wow.
It's like, why? This is why I won't debate you. It's just like, what are we gonna accomplish here?
There is no PC version of The Last of Us.
So,
Yeah, there is.
Very-
PlayStation now.
Oh well, that okay, but that's still not a PC version.
Plays on the
Play it
PC. It's a
on the
PC
PC,
version.
yeah.
It plays on anything. It plays on a damn Samsung TV. It's on a
So
Samsung
there's a
TV
PC version of it. I'm glad we cleared that up.
It's like all these things are,
It's still a console version.
but it's still
Playing on
a
the
computer.
It's
PC.
still on the. I mean, you cannot buy it on the PC.
I don't
Well,
want to
you
buy
have
it. It
to
only
buy
takes like how many
PlayStation
hours to
now.
beat? I don't want to buy that shit. I want to rent it and beat it.
so
Well, no, I don't want to beat it because I couldn't beat it on the PlayStation 4. I was just bored.
So Zarek,
I think Last of Us is one of the most overrated games in history.
Uh,
It's up there with what was that other game someone was saying? BioShock Infinite.
oh yeah. I can agree on Bioshock.
so Zarek says, but seriously, what do you guys think about Nintendo taking down people's fan games and pissing on the community? He said he did a video on it himself, so he wants to know our opinion on it. I think it's shit. I honestly think.
I think Nintendo doesn't understand how the market is working in the direction that media and gaming is going.
They don't.
I mean, you know,
understand
okay, guys,
anything,
you know that
really.
Lazy Town meme that's going around, that excellent, amazing "We Are Number One" meme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lazy Town they're doing their own. They're going with it. They're embracing this random spike in popularity that this old thing of theirs has, and they're going with it and they're helping it out. They're not taking down all these videos and claiming copyright and doing all this bollocks.
In fact,
Go with it. You can't get rid of it, and if you make people hate you, they're just not going to buy your shit.
Yeah.
Do not underestimate the amount of gamers out there who are like me, who will not buy your products based on principle.
Yep. The crazy thing is like I've never seen a fucking a corporation that's more out of touch with its own community than Nintendo. Nobody other than Nintendo is this far out of touch. Yes, we have Sony that every now and then they will take down some fucking videos. Every now and then, if they're early betas, they'll take down those videos. But Nintendo takes the fucking cake. They are literally the ones that are like, oh, you're promoting our game. You should pay us for that. I'm like, excuse me? I was like, no? How about no? That's a good idea. How about no? How about
remember the
you get the
Nintendo
money
TikTok
that you're going to be getting from the sale because of my following, watching me, liking what they see? How about that? Because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't understand their take on that.
Well, they think that, that YouTubers make millions of dollars off of videos about them, and it's not the case at all. That's not the case. They want 20% of what the best YouTube video makes pretty much here on YouTube, and that's only what, $30, $20, 40 sometimes? I mean, I haven't really seen very many Nintendo.
If you talk about the average,
that's average. Yeah, that's average.
Yeah,
I haven't really seen a Nintendo video go past it. Is what I'm saying. And these guys act like YouTubers because they, these influencers should pay them the rights to advertise for them. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's kind of asinine, actually.
To me, it says that their games are capable of being enjoyed without playing.
Yeah.
Because if you're thinking that like somebody playing it on a stream or playing it on videos is going to stop somebody from buying your product, then that means that people could enjoy your game without ever actually even playing it because it's so visual rather than actually interactive with your
dude. And some of them have gotten really bad. They've gotten ridiculous. Like if you have a Mario poster in one of your videos, they try to go for it. There's sometimes they will actually try to go for it. And I'm like, are you fucking insane?
Doing it until a precedent is established that companies.
Yeah, you almost can't even upload anything you know how a lot of people say, well, there's a person like Philly D will do this. Like if somebody's like some group is actively striking down videos that have a certain copy of a video being played in it, he'll put a still shot of it up, so that way it's just a picture and he'll talk about it. But Nintendo's gotten to the point where you can't even do that.
I remember channels like Obi-Wan Plays survive
because they're signed up for that 20%.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's some bullshit.
I remember
they're signed up for that Nintendo partnership.
Yeah,
I'm the straw that broke the camel's back. It was Smash Bros. Brawl, and everybody was uploading all the clips to Subspace Emissary, and they decided, you know what? No, you're ruining this experience for other players. This is something that you get from unlocking parts of the game. We'll take it down right now. And that's what set Nintendo standard. Oh, we can get away with that, can we? They're using our entity in a way that we don't want it. We'll just do that. And then they just started doing that with fucking everything.
And people went along with it because people love Nintendo so much. They're like, okay, even though we could totally use this, well, for some reason, to avoid the hassle of them breaking basically DMCA and fair use.
Yep.
That we'll sign over 20% of what we make so that we can promote you. It's like, are you shitting me?
Yeah. They're paying people. They're paying somebody just so that way they can promote them.
Yeah,
it's very ass backwards.
That's why Chuck and Conroy and all these people are afraid to play Nintendo games on their channel without having to sign that sponsorship.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I was I don't know. I mean, I kind of, I was really. At first, I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe they have a small point here. It is their content. But at the end of it, I was like, yeah, no, I can't get behind that. Like, there's just too much work that YouTubers put into these videos.
And you don't know how much until you do it.
Yeah, yeah. And then, the video comes to be put up, and next thing you know, you have this fucking strike on your videos. And why? Because of a greedy corporation that's barely making it and they're scraping by. Gotta love it.
Yep.
I mean, this is part of the number thing that me and Rambo did a while back. If anybody remembers, we actually broke down all their financials and what they were making at the end of the fiscal year with everything taken out, all the expenses. And what was it, Rambo? We said your car was worth more money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My car was worth more money than Nintendo.
Exactly.
I think my Steam account is actually worth more money than Nintendo. Than Nintendo's actual bottom line after paying everything.
Yep. Which is funny. It really is. That's how you know you're not doing it right. if at the end of it all and you're paying all your expenses out, you're broke.
We're also coming off the ass end of a generation that is the least selling console of all time, even since the GameCube. And that it's poor marketing for their next console. They're ending the generation.
Oh, you know what? You just made a good point. Actually, you just brought up a good point.
Their January launch or January announcement of the Switch is going to be make or break for.
It's too late. They can't do anything with marketing in 2 months.
No, that like with marketing with the Switch, they can. I mean, they're. I think they'll be fine. I mean, there's plenty of people that tune into Nintendo just out of sheer curiosity. But it all depends on how they come out and talk about it, how they introduce the Switch. The way they introduced the Wii U is what killed the Wii U.
General rule of thumb for systems in general is like 5 games that you would want to play, and then you'll pick it up. If it's only going to be 2 games, one of which is already delayed, you're not really going to try to pick up the console. You know?
But you know why they do it? They do it because I was on the Press Start podcast, and there's this chick on there named Bella, and she was saying she was going to buy the Switch, and I can't believe I don't know if I was rolling my or if I was about trying to hold in the vomit, but she was saying, I'm going to buy the Nintendo Switch day one. And I should have pressed her. I should have been like, well, why? That's the dumbest thing you could do is buy console day one. Not only is it the dumbest thing to buy console day one, it's to do it to say months ahead of time that you're committing already to buying it day one.
I waited until I had 5 games that I wanted at least on the Wii U, then I bought the console.
Yeah, same. I waited it out. And before we get too far, you brought up a good point, Erickson. God damn it, Richie. Sorry, Richie. They didn't do this with the Wii, and they didn't do it with the GameCube as far as the whole copyright thing. It was the Wii U. You guys ever notice that? You guys ever think about that? Like the GameCube, there were people uploading GameCube videos of Zelda for the longest time, and they never once got.
It was also a huge thing still too.
Yeah,
SUG
has
a bunch of GameCube games.
Yep. So Wii U was really what kind of set this in motion, if you think about it.
It's the ass end of a horrible generation. It's the least performing system.
But seriously, was that Bella Rise there, Rags? Was her name Bella Rise by any chance?
I don't know, some Australian chick or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you commit, you're committing to buying a system you know basically nothing about. You're going to say, I'm going to drop $200, $300, whatever dollars on this system. I don't know what games are going to be on it. I don't know the specs. I don't know any information. I don't know how they're going to support it. I don't know anything about the services. But it doesn't matter because I'm an idiot, and I'll just go ahead and I'll just say, oh, take my money. Take my money.
I'll buy it.
I
mean,
oh god!
Coming from the guy that has 6 PlayStations.
Coming from someone who say he'll buy games no matter if they're good or not.
I buy them because I'm not gonna miss out on being able to play a Nintendo game because I don't have it. So I'll buy it.
Yeah, because they stagnate. If you don't commit to buying it, they just go bad.
Well, I'm not saying that I'm not gonna go out and pre-order it.
They expire.
I'm not going to go out and pre-order the thing, but I mean, I'll buy it. I don't know if I'll buy it day one, just because, like, to me, like there's not enough Switch games that I know of that are actually going to be on the system day one. So there's no reason to run out and buy it. I mean, there's no point just to have it in your home just to say, guess what, guys, I have it. I can't play any games on it though.
What it is for me is like, look at what the lineup we have so far for the Switch right now. We have a Sonic game that we know nothing about, just that it's Sonic Generation 2 basically, and Breath of the Wild, which is already getting delay and not being a launch title anymore. Those are the two things that we know about the Switch right now.
Oh, but I'll buy the Switch day one.
Like,
That I don't.
I'm a Nintendo fanboy through and through. I will probably buy it eventually because that's who I fucking am at this point. But I really don't have any hope in this system. I really don't. They have not shown anything of any worth.
Nintendo's got to do more than. I mean, I like to say. I'm glad to see some third parties are getting on board with supporting Nintendo.
But what
That
does
means
that all
that
mean
means
if we
that
know
means well that
nothing?
means somebody that does at least mean somebody at Nintendo has actually opened their damn mind. Because
But
before
really,
they were so closed-minded that they wouldn't even allow third parties on there.
True.
But now they've at least opened up to that point. We don't know what it means, but right now, but at least it means that one portion that somebody's actually opened their mind to Nintendo.
I don't know. Like, they have all these third parties, but what are they going to do with it? What will they let them do with it?
That's well, I mean, that still remains to be seen. But like
You
I said,
remember what happened
it's
with the
still
Wii U?
that's still the big step in the right direction for Nintendo.
I guess.
Because
but
with the
remember
Wii U, they
I
said no.
guess.
With the
They
Wii U, they
threw-
just said no.
they literally threw 5 different prototype consoles of the Wii U at everybody and expected them to do something with it. They were open to having third party on the Wii U, and look what that turned into.
Like, look at ukulele. Isn't gonna be on the
Ukulele is a
Wii now.
great. It's a great. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what happened. They canceled Wii U version and are putting it on Switch.
Yeah.
That's 2 games.
And
that we know.
they're crossing their fingers, going, "I hope the Switch sells. I hope the Switch sells."
Yeah, like, oh, they showed that they can play video of Skyrim on it. That's about it. And like a new Mario game, but we don't know what the fuck.
And
that's
Dark
gonna-
Souls 3 it played on there, but like everybody said, like what Nintendo fan is going to be playing Dark Souls 3?
Which I thought was kind of weird that they were gonna do that. I'm just like,
Like if you're going to do third party, like Dark Souls 3 is not the third party that you go after.
Well, Watch Dogs and
you
Mortal
go
Kombat
after-
is on the Wii U.
Well, you go after like games like Watch Dogs, you go after even a GTA game or whatever, but you sure as hell don't go after Dark Souls 3 because your games, like your Nintendo first party games, don't even equate
People
to
don't
even
buy
a
it.
fourth of the
And-
difficulty of Dark Souls 3.
Nintendo consoles are primarily RPG, though. What separates Dark Souls from Monster Hunter?
One's hard.
Monster Hunter is hard.
I mean, not even near the level of Dark Souls 3. I wouldn't.
have you played?
I've never played Monster Hunter.
okay, I was gonna.
That's why I said I was like, not that I would think, but
Okay, no, it's hard. It's actually on that level. In fact, there's some fights where you have to take on a Rathalos and a Raytheon at the same time, and
Highest level
that is a
monster with one
bitch.
person.
yeah, when y'all talking about these things, I don't know what you're referring to. I would never have known. I don't. I mean, I've heard people talk about Monster Hunter, but to know exactly what it is, I couldn't
Well, one of my friends,
just tell you.
you should probably look it up sometime. My friend, Mr. Avmatic, he did a full playthrough of the latest game, and it's one of the hardest fucking games that they've released so far. And it shows true skill in an RPG when you have to have Twitch reactions like that, just like you see something similar with Dark Souls and stuff like
But now you don't play with that damn gamepad, do you?
that. You can play with it.
Because God, that
but
gamepad
yeah.
is like the most. That should have been like an extra thing that you bought, like if you wanted. Because that thing is like a piece of trash, man. I hate that thing.
You can either play with the Wii U gamepad, you can play with that one with Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, or on the 3DS, which is with cross generations for you, all that type of shit. These are really high performing games, really high selling. You see the pinnacle of skill with these games on a daily basis.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the 3DS. Because my thought is in order for the Switch to be as successful as they want it to be, they're going to have to phase out the most popular platform that they've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they continue to sell the 3DS alongside the Switch will get overshadowed
Again,
every single time.
it'll be
Or they have
another
to-
console overshadow.
Man, who's
They
been
have to
saying
slow
that
down.
since day one?
They have to slow it down. They have to slow down 3DS if they want the NX to be successful, which is why the rumor of Pokemon Stars on the Switch would be a huge step in that direction of phasing out 3DS.
I would like to see it because I mean that to me would be like the ultimate their ultimate vision coming to light, because their vision is that it
One
can be a
console
game
again.
for gamer on the go, or gamer at home can enjoy
Yep.
their console. But if they continue making the largest competitor for it, then they're shooting themselves in the foot, because the gamer at home is going to choose Nintendo as a last resort for like just niche games that they want to play, versus like an actual console.
That's kind of what's done now, though. I mean,
Yeah, that's what's done now. That's the reason why, for the Switch to actually take off, they're gonna have to take away its competitor.
They'll
Well,
have to buy a lot
Nameless
more contract.
Nameless is actually bringing up a good point, but Nameless, that's also rumored. I hope the rumor is fucking true, dude. They say he says if the Switch can play 3DS games, it won't be an issue. I absolutely
3DS
agree.
virtual console games, not 3DS cartridge games. They cannot do that.
I'm just saying, either way, virtual or not, that would be awesome.
Well, I mean, it would allow, by them doing the virtual console, it would allow the people that have the cartridge version of it to buy the digital version and be able to still play it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still very anti-consumer if they're gonna do that, but
I would assume that they might do something similar to what Destiny did with all your player data and everything.
I would hope so. I mean, I don't know. I would hope that they would do that, because
It wouldn't necessarily be cross-generational, but you can still have it under the same name and shit, you know?
yeah. I mean, to me that would be, that's the only way it's going to succeed.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise it's going to be another Wii U sitting inside your home, and you're buying it, like waiting for the next, Nintendo exclusive to drop, like, I don't know what, once every 6 or 7 months.
Yep.
If that.
Those games aren't even high performing. Like, look at what happened
No.
with Star Fox Zero.
Oh yeah, that actually, I actually wanted that, because I love the Star Fox series, but that
It's
game
literally-
just
it's
ran
the
like shit.
It was also the 4th version of the Star Fox 64 port.
Wait, what?
That's sad.
Yep.
That was
it
actually another port.
Yep. It was just another port.
I mean, it looked like it was. To me, but it had to be more than a
They
port.
only-
That was like a complete remake, wasn't it?
It was a complete remake, yes. but it
Okay,
was
yeah, okay, good,
essentially the
okay.
same-
So it
same
was
game.
just, it was the same game, just not okay. All right,
Yeah.
so I'm making sure I'm following you correctly, because because that didn't look like just a regular port to me.
Yeah. Like, it was
But-
just super. It was 64.
But they didn't fix the controls.
Nope.
Like the controls were terrible for the gamepad. Like just all over the
had to
place.
be
Like,
focused on gyroscopic control, which is like that's what I have. Nintendo consoles always have a problem with using that gimmick for every single fucking game that they put out. The 3DS did not need 3D mode, and it caused more problems with children's eyes than anything. The Wiimote slashing around and shit, primarily with Legend of Zelda, was a horrible gimmick. They shouldn't have done it.
yeah.
Whatever. Breath of the Wild, I hate that fucking thing to death. They're forcing you to use the gamepad with that shit on at least the Wii U. We don't know what's going to be happening on the Switch yet, but they're making the gamepad your huge gimmick with Breath of the
And
Wild right now.
They kind of force it, and I don't like that. That's one reason why I don't like a lot of the Wii U games, is because a lot of them, there's some of them that are like forced into using that pad.
They would be so much better if they were able to use other controls. Like the GameCube controller adapter only works with one game, Super Smash Brothers. So many other games would benefit very, very, very much from that. Like it
It's
would
a
work
good
well
controller.
with Bayonetta. Yeah, it's a great fucking controller. They're easy to break in. They have great button placement depending on what type of style you play, like claw grip, southpaw, all that type of shit. And only one game can use it on the Wii U. Like that's major bullshit. Nintendo used to be all about reverse compatibility and stuff like that. Look at the Wii U with GameCube. You're able to use GameCube controller for almost every single fucking game. And now with that turn of the generation, Wii U can only use Wiimotes and gamepads. Like that's it.
Yeah, Nintendo's lost their way.
Huh?
As far as in the home console area, and I'm hoping, I really hope, because I mean, I'm not really a Nintendo fanboy. I'm like very critical of Nintendo, but seeing that the Switch, obviously it's not about power or nothing like that. To me, their games really aren't about power. Their games are more just about the fun aspect. But
Video games aren't about fun.
they're they're I don't know, their decision making seems to be very antiquated.
Yep.
And like I don't really know what happened to them, because they used to, like, they back in the 80s and 90s, like they were all about like let's give people what they want. Let's make everything fun. Let's make it accessible. Let's make it wherever that you can find it, you will find something Nintendo. So all of a sudden now, Nintendo's almost like this closed wall, like the Berlin Walls around it, and
Cheap
it's
isn't
like you.
really a name when you hear Nintendo anymore. Almost all their games are being sold for AAA prices. Like that used to be the huge thing that people went to Nintendo for. They had cheap games on a cheapish console. Now they fucking sell $60 for a half good game.
They have to sell them for $60 now because otherwise they don't. I mean, they're not going to make near the money because of the fact of like barely anybody's buying their stuff.
Eh, I don't know. It's at
In
that point.
comparison, I say in comparison.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
obviously
really, right
people are
now
buying it.
they should just cut their losses at this point. For when it comes down to the Wii U, just sell the games at what price that they're actually worth, and let people buy the games. Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna buy fucking Mario for $80.
No, and they don't allow, but they don't even allow the GameStops to lower the pricing of the new game than say like the Smash Brothers. Like if they still have a new copy in GameStop, it's still the $60.
Yep.
It's almost like buying it digital on PlayStation or Xbox, like to where the price just doesn't drop.
Exactly.
And like if you go over like say like PlayStation or Xbox and you go look at one of their exclusives, and that's an older game but still brand new. I mean, it's like $39.99 or $29.99. You can still get it for like a reasonable cost, but like $60 for a game that came out way back, a year or two ago, I'm not having that.
Nintendo games hold their prices. Hell, look at
They do, but why?
Look at GameStop.
Like why? I mean,
Nintendo
I don't understand.
thinks they're worth it.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. There's no reason for their games to be that price.
If people still pay for it, people are still gonna buy it. Yeah, if they're still gonna.
People are
keep it
just
at that
fucking
price.
stupid.
Yeah. It's like when I still worked at GameStop, I remember new Super Mario Bros. on the Wii still being about $30-$40 right now. You know how old that fucking game is? That was almost a launch title game on the Wii.
Yeah, no, I know. Like for some reason, trading in Wii games or like Nintendo games is almost like trading in a Disney flick on Blu-ray. Like you can get a Disney flick on Blu-ray, like you can go out and buy it for $15, but you can trade it in for like $14.99. Like you almost get almost 100% like return on it.
They never go down in value.
For some reason, and I'm like going there. It's the same fucking movie. I mean, it's the same. It's been out the same length of time as these other ones. Like why isn't this stuff dropping the same? I mean, is it supply and demand?
Probably.
That maybe there's such like a lower demand, like a lower supply of these games out in the wild.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just really weird to me to see how Nintendo works and operates, and I think Nintendo fanboys are actually probably like one of the worst in the industry. They're not. They're not as toxic.
They just give them all the passes. They give them the passes.
Yeah, I mean they're not as toxic as like say like Crap Gamer and them like that. They don't go out and spread the hate as much.
Right.
But they just support them nonstop, without question.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the ultimate, to me, the ultimate like betrayal of the gamer is because like you're not even questioning anything Nintendo does. You just go out and support them 100%. Like what Rag said, you'll go out and like buy these consoles day one without even knowing anything about like Nintendo's practices, like what they're gonna do. And to be fair, you can't just look at Nintendo and go, well, we know what their practices are gonna be, because you don't know. They could become even worse to this next generation, and they just blindly support them.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, I'm glad that they're not as vocal and very like, I guess degrading as like the Xbox fanboys are and PlayStation fanboys are on Twitter and on YouTube. But man, I would almost rather them just be like say stupid shit on YouTube rather than just blindly support everything that they do.
Yeah.
Nice. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss before we end this? We're coming up on an hour and 9 minutes.
Well, there's one more thing.
Okay.
And it kind of like is a testament as to like these people's level, these fanboys level, being able to understand meanings of words.
We're not talking about Ebonics, are we?
Filthy neutrals.
Which meanings of the word, sir? Which ones are we talking about?
Oh, please tell me we didn't lose him.
Did we lose him?
I think we did.
Hold on.
Well, since we're
Rambo,
still
you
on the
there?
sub- Nope.
No, he's not.
Since we're still on the subject of fanboys and stuff like that, Rags, you had a new video today.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. I like it.
Actually,
Actually,
says-
pretty good. Kind of makes me an asshole, doesn't it?
ooh boy.
No, it was good. It was really good. I liked it.
It was good. It was good.
It was.
I
That's
got
what
my
we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. That's why
I
these
had-
channels
Did you
continue
see
to
the
stagnate
comment
and sit there.
section on
Oh,
that cracked video that you did?
Yo, that
Erickson commented first, and like 10 people immediately told him to kill himself. I
Oh
was
my
like,
god, I remember.
wow.
What do you mean? Like on the cracked video or
Yeah.
mine on them?
He just
Your
commented
video
first.
on cracked, and Erickson commented and just said first. And like 10 people right after that was like, kill yourself. It's like, holy shit.
Oh, it was beautiful.
There's like 70 something replies to just Erickson saying first on your video.
I need to find it. Please tell me it's not gone.
I don't delete any comments, so it's
Are y'all
fine.
there?
It should still
yeah,
be there.
we're here. Yeah.
Wow, like my Discord just like forced closed.
You were just gonna go in the middle of a rant, and then you just
Yeah.
moved out
Beep.
of distance.
All
I
right.
was like,
Go ahead and continue, sir.
why you would compare The Last Guardian to Dead Rising 4 as beyond me. I don't know. I understand
Yeah,
that
that's
would be
weird.
like, yeah, we won against a game that only a few people even think about playing. But that's what they did. And so they quoted Eurogamer.
Mhm.
Eurogamer, I guess, did an article about The Last Guardian Dead Rising 4. And Eurogamer did say that, The Last Guardian, throughout its quirks, it still is actually a really great game, a very emotional game. It goes along the lines of, Shadow of the Colossus and all these different games that they make. And they said that while Dead Rising 4 is kind of like a buggy mess that you forget when you put down. And which is, in all fairness, it probably really is. Dead Rising 4 is not really meant to be one of these lasting memories that you have playing. It's,
Yeah, it has the word "for" in its name.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so they did this article, and this guy was talking about, look at this bias article, biased, whatever. It was all about bias.
Yeah.
And one of these guys actually addressed him like, have you played The Last Guardian? And it was like, no, it doesn't even interest me, even if it wasn't broken. First of all, I don't know how it's broken. I haven't played it yet. He's like, so you're claiming bias on an article you know nothing about, on a game you know nothing about. And he's like, well, yeah, because you can just read it. And he's like, well, do you even understand what the term bias? And he's like, well, the guy said that, Dead Rising 4 is a buggy mess and you forget it when you put it down. I was like, that's not bias, that's an opinion. Bias is actually, where he's like, the way he puts it out is kind of actually very, very good as far as like what bias actually is. Where bias really isn't like where you have to show like intent, like as far as like going out and actually intending to put something down, like where you know nothing about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you have an opinion, you have an opinion. You've played both games. You have the opinion of both of them. You have the right to say one's better than the other.
Yeah.
Now, you wouldn't compare the two like, okay, well, this one's better than this one because of this, because they weren't the same games. But you can say, I like this one better than I like this one because you played them both. But this guy, like, these people don't understand, like, if you don't have the same mindset, or if you think that one is better than the other, or you like a game, that you automatically are biased, quote unquote, towards the other one. And I don't think these people quite understand like what these words actually mean. Like when they say these gaming journalists are biased,
Right.
that just means that they didn't hold the same opinion as you. That's what they're basically saying is that they don't have the same opinion of the game as what I do.
They must be
And
biased. They
they
can't
must be
honestly
biased.
like it more.
Yeah, like the guy even actually was like, so there's no way this guy could have liked The Last Guardian more than the Dead Rising 4 is like what you're saying. He's like, well, I don't know. It was like, well, of course you don't, because you haven't played both. So therefore, you can't call somebody biased because he didn't. He tried to actually explain to him the bias, and he said, bias is bias. He has a favor for Last Guardian over Dead Rising 4, and I was like, well, that's not really what bias is. Bias is prejudice. Like you have a prejudice against Xbox, so you're gonna put down anything Xbox.
Yeah,
That's not.
if you like a game because it's good, that's preference. If you like a game because it's on Xbox, that's bias.
That's bias.
Let-
Exactly.
I mean,
That's actually better. You actually put it there better than what he did. But he actually explained to him what bias is. But that's you.
Yeah.
That's actually a
and,
very good point.
and if you want to switch the logic up, really, who's ever heard of liking a game because it was bad? Have you? I've never heard of that. Anybody?
Well,
Of what-
I mean,
no,
sometimes
what
games can
now?
be so bad they're like it's like a movie, I guess.
Like liking
Like
Well, I
a
mean,
game because
it's so
bad.
it's so bad that it humors you, I guess. Like maybe the bugs are so bad they're funny.
Resident Evil 4 on PS4 and
But-
Xbox One.
Resident
But I
Evil
mean-
4 and Recore.
But Dead Rising. I mean, Dead Rising. I mean, every time like the last one came out, it was buggy as hell. And people praise the game, but they will ignore the faults. So that they're to a point to where they will accept anything and demand nothing.
And the same thing is, I mean, and of course everything's on a spectrum. Controls and camera and balance and all that stuff. It's all on a spectrum. So you can't say, oh, this game has this game has performance issues and that game has performance issues, so they're equal.
Yeah,
Obviously not.
they were basically saying with Recore, like the Last Guardian had a lot of the same faults as Recore as far as like the reviews go. And
Oh,
they were
boy.
like, well, how come you scored Recore lower than you scored the Last Guardian? I was like, well, it's not. It's like you said, it's on a spectrum. You can't just judge based on the faults.
So the funny thing, right? The funny thing is we called that. All of us called that in one of our episodes when you and me were talking about Recore. Remember that? We knew
yeah.
that was coming. We knew it was like itching at the back of our ears that we called it out.
They were just waiting for a game to be reviewed on PlayStation side that had
Yep.
the same faults as Recore.
If
but
you
we
got-
Recore
I
was
can't
just a-
imagine that maybe a PlayStation game is just better than an Xbox game.
well,
Yeah,
the-
they like.
Yeah.
well, there's a
I can
huge
imagine
difference.
that.
Also, there's a huge difference between something that just isn't that good in the way it presents things versus actual missing content that was actually misrepresented through articles as a bug.
Right. And then you also have the same like Recore is just a repetitive mess. Like it's fun, but I mean it's repetitive as hell. I mean you're basically fighting the same. I think there's like 4 different types of enemies,
boy.
but they just like one is just bigger than the other. I mean it's basically the same version. They just drew one bigger.
Yeah.
And so I mean it's a fun game for what it is. It's a small game, but I mean it definitely has its problems. I've been very vocal on that. But you have like a game like The Last Guardian, and I haven't played it yet. I own it. I haven't played it yet. But the The Last Guardian has the same problems, but yet the story behind it or the actual purpose behind the game, there's more to it than what there is with Recore. So you can't judge them. They're not an equal, identical match of each other. Sure, their problems might be almost equal, identical, but the actual content within the game is different. So it's like- I mean-
20 FPS. Perfect.
Yeah, they were basically saying that even Bloodborne had some of the same problems as Recore. So why are you judging Bloodborne on a almost perfect scale, then you have Recore down here on a 4 out of 10? I'm like going, Bloodborne is like so much better as far as a game
Mm-hmm.
than
22.
Recore. It has nothing to do with like it being PlayStation versus Xbox, it being the type of like the actual content in the game. So I mean that also goes into a lot of the review scores as well. So I mean, like Recore was never going to be scored as a 10, even if without all the bugs in it. Just Recore was just your average, like kind of like it was basically almost like an indie game, just a little bit better than a like indie level. So I mean, it was never going to be judged as a AAA blockbuster.
And to be fair, like Recore, I mean, love it or hate it, but even indie games don't repeat the same enemy all the time in their games.
No,
and that's what happened with Recore. It was like I finally got to what you were telling me about because I didn't see it yet, and then it was like, oh look, it's a different color of the same monster that I fought prior.
It
to
is,
this.
yes,
That's-
it's insane. It was like
yeah.
they lost all forms of creativity with it, and it was really depressing because I mean it had a very fun premise.
Yeah.
I really was looking forward to this game, and like I got it, and it was like, wow, man, like the vision in this was like very narrow. I mean, like it. I've seen indie games actually have more diversity as far as enemies go with that on a very much smaller budget. which was very disappointing because I mean, I don't understand how they can. These people don't understand what reviews actually are. They've taken every single thing that is gaming related and perverted it. You get like to fit their narrow-minded spectrum as far as like pro Xbox, pro Sony, and it's getting out. It's way out of hand.
Parodying games so much you became a parody of yourself or some shit like
I
that.
feel I have
Something like that, yeah.
obligation to Rambo to tell you that in 2 more likes, you owe these people nudes.
What?
We
That's
were
when
at
you
like
got your
16
clothes.
likes, and I said 25 nudes, and or 25 likes, and Rambo said he'd send nudes. We're at 23. So
And don't worry,
apparently
if
they
you don't
wanna
have
see you
access to
naked.
those images, I do, so you're fine.
Well, say,
That's kind of gay.
I don't even have access to those images,
Well,
so
photoshopped images of. Oh shit, we're at 24. Damn it.
Brem also owes us dick pics because Trump won.
That
Hold on,
was
let me
over
go
a
to
live
Brimstone
stream.
Gaming. All right, 25.
26.
son of a bitch.
All
Can
right,
I, now if
Rambo,
I
start stripping and taking
can I
pictures.
dislike it? If I dislike, will it take some of the likes away?
No, you're screwed. They
It
went up to
really
26.
wants your balls, dude. Every second it goes up just about.
Now it's 26. I told him
I don't
100.
care
I
about
told
the
him
front yard.
100 likes, and I'd send them nudes. So
We almost actually have 100% like ratio.
You realize that
So
I could
people
make
watch it.
that happen. I could just snap my fingers.
Do
and
it,
make
Rags.
Right.
Do it right fucking now.
No, I gotta make it special.
I want
we
to see
gotta
Rambo's
make it.
dick right now.
Fuck.
Oh, the latest Steam update actually adds PS4 controller support.
Yeah, all
Full
Steam
controller support,
Yeah,
all
full
Steam games.
controller support.
All
for
right,
Steam
Zarek.
games
Thanks for coming
PS4.
by, sir.
Which means that there's now officially a good reason. I finally am getting my money's worth out of my PS4.
The controller.
It's a great controller. I love it.
I love the controller.
I love that
actually do.
controller. It's great.
Speaking of PS4 controllers, though, the Razer one.
Beautiful.
Hell
You're
yeah,
talking
I
about
enjoy
you're
it.
talking about the new
Ryzen.
Pro controller or whatever.
Yeah, the Ryzen thing.
Oh, I'm not sure if I like that one or not.
All
The
right.
look
You're
of it,
not
at
a true
least.
pony, sir.
Oh fuck. We're at 29, so nudes of some sort are gonna be happening
Someone's
tonight.
getting naked and taking pictures. These
All right.
Hey, Rags, on the Steam games, does the actual touchpad work?
It's supposed to do something, I think.
I would imagine that it would open up like your pause menu or whatever.
Meme Chan, strip, take pictures.
Oh, it's moderator nude night. Okay.
Pretty much, moderator
I
new
can
night.
get in on that.
Before we
Moderator
close,
new night, sweet.
before we close this out, we're coming up in an hour and 22 minutes. For those of you that don't know, go and check out the link for our Discord server down below. New things are up. Go check it out if you
Nudes.
like it. Nudes, yeah, that's where the nudes are gonna be posted. By the way, just so you know. Expect those nudes from Rambo in say the next 24 hours or so. Don't worry, we'll coax him into it.
Just
Rambo,
so you
there's a
can get his
bottle.
pants off.
Rambo,
You
there's a
can get his
bottle of
pants off.
gin and bourbon down below in the cabinet in the kitchen. I do suggest you go down that shit because we're getting freaky tonight. So
We're really good at getting pants off, especially Rambo's.
pretty easily. It's
That
pretty
sounded
easily.
super gay. Never mind, I'm done.
Well, hey man, your thing in the chat when it said you want to hook up later. Are we still hooking up later tonight? I was like that kind of sounded kind of gay too. Like
No, see, Erickson comes under my desk once a night and yells, "Oh, Daddy!"
He
like,
does.
really
He
good.
does. Wait, he does what under the desk?
Fucking shit like that.
How do you think he became a mod so quick?
Exactly.
See, I had to work for it. I had to strip for that.